are talking about how tipping has gotten completely out of control. I saw this article that says tip culture is getting insane. Starbucks customers furious over company's new tipping system. The coffee chain implemented a new digital tipping system that prompts customers when they pay by card. So I do not go to Starbucks, so I have not experienced this myself, but from what I understand, when you go to pay with your credit card, it pops up a tip and you have to kind of look and make a concerted effort to find no tipping on this.
Almost like you have to cancel it out yourself.
Yeah, I went to Qdoba's the other day because I had a gift card and they put on there a tip. And I'm sitting here thinking, what am I tipping you for? You didn't do anything but fix my food, which you're paid for anyway. Now, let me just say, Mom was saying, you don't do this at Walmart.
No. Why do they pick and choose some? People say, well, it's a low-paying job, so you need to do it at these places. Well, there's places like Walmart that are low-paying, and you don't do it there. And they give you almost more service in a way, because some of those cashiers bend over backwards doing stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But so who's to say who should get tipped and who? They've missed the whole point of tipping, is what the bottom line is.
Now, here's the thing. I actually have an issue with tipping in the first place. I do not think there should be tipping at all in this country. I don't. It drives me insane when I go to an independent hairstylist and she owns the thing and I'm supposed to be tipping her. Or anyone, as a matter of fact. You should just be doing your job and just be doing a good job doing your job.
And see, and don't think, well, you guys don't understand. You've never had to do one of these jobs, or you've never had your kids work at these jobs. Yeah, we have. So we know that tipping is kind of nice, but it shouldn't be, you know, the main. And I think we've missed the meaning of tipping.
Yeah.
Years ago when tipping started, you didn't tip everybody. And now it's just a given. Whether your waiter is good or bad, your service is good or bad, you're supposed to give a tip.
Yeah.
It used to be, when this first started out decades ago, is every once in a while there was somebody that went above and beyond the call of duty. I mean, they bent over backwards to help you and to do a service for you. And they took their extra time, extra energy, everything. And the people wanted to just give them, say, a little extra. Thank you so much for doing that. Now,
for doing extra, not just for doing
extra,
your job.
Not just for the job.
Yeah.
Taking time, energy, you know, and a lot of effort to do these things. And so now it's just gotten out of control, where you're just supposed to pay everybody a tip.
Yeah.
We don't know that. We don't realize we're supposed to only tip when somebody does a good job.
So, okay, so a couple of things, first of all. I understand that these are low-paying jobs. Well, not anymore, but these are low-paying jobs. But first of all, these are starter jobs. This is not a living wage, support your family type job. This is a teenage job, a transition job, whatever. But this is not, these types of jobs are not supposed to be living wage jobs, okay? First of all. Secondly, what do you do in this situation? Because a lot of people say, well, I just feel so guilty if I'm looking at him, staring at him in the face, and I don't give him a tip and I click no tip. Listen, if all somebody is doing is handing you a coffee through the drive-thru, that is not tip worthy. I'm sorry, it's not.
Especially when you're paying $8 to $10 for a coffee sometimes.
Now, if you go to a restaurant and you have 15 people at your table and your waitress did an excellent job keeping everything in order or whatever.
Waters filled, getting extra butter, getting
or
extra this.
Your kids are a nightmare and they left an exceptional mess or something, which you shouldn't be going to a restaurant anyway if your kids are doing that, but tip them extra for something like that. But listen, we are here to tell you, do not feel guilty.
No.
Clicking no.
Yeah.
It is time people started standing up and saying, no, I am not paying for ridiculous things that I shouldn't even be paying for in the first time. And I certainly am not going to be guilted into paying for someone just to fix my food and hand it to me.
It's kind of concerning to me, because people now, the Bible talks about end times, that you're going to be deceived and you need to use discernment. people now are so easily manipulated, and this is a form of manipulation. People are getting used to being manipulated, and they just go because of guilt or embarrassment or pride or whatever. Be careful with this, that you're not just allowing yourself to be manipulated, because this can grow into something even worse eventually.
So I'm not saying you shouldn't tip your hairdresser or the waitress, even though I don't think we should have it in America. I'm not saying don't do it. Mike was a waiter and we lived on that, so I totally get it. But you need to be getting a better job if that's your job and you're trying to live off of that. Now, I will say, there are some people, and I know them personally, very well personally, because they do an excellent job at what they are doing. They always get tipped extra, and they got tipped very well and got paid very well for going above and beyond the call of duty when delivering pizzas, DoorDash, that kind of thing. So it can be a very good paying job. But as the consumer, do not feel guilty for saying no.
Let yourself be manipulated.
Yeah, don't let yourself be manipulated by entitlement, which is all this is. This is only entitlement. And so don't let yourself be manipulated by that. Stop going to these places if you don't have the money in the first place. Our Dining on a Dime Cookbook Volume 1 has a ton of coffee recipes. Because 25 years ago, when these places started getting popular, we were like, why are you spending all this money on coffee? Make it at home, literally 20 cents at home. With all the extra froofy stuff. And stop wasting $8, $16, $32 a day is what people are spending on these coffee. And you wonder why you're poor.
In a week for all my groceries. So.
And you wonder why you're poor, and then you add a tip on top of that. So anyway, that's our little thing for today. Don't feel guilty for saying no to tipping. Go watch this video next. Visit us at livingonadime.com.